Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about something that separates the successful from the stagnant, something that turns dreams into reality, ideas into impact, and talent into greatness. That something is discipline. You see, talent is a gift, but discipline, that's a choice. Growth, that's a commitment. And if you're not willing to commit, then you're not ready to grow. Every single one of us has potential, every single one. But potential means nothing if you don't put in the work. It's like having a key to a treasure chest, but never opening it. Discipline is the hand that turns the key. Now, let me tell you something. Discipline is not easy. It means waking up when you're tired. It means doing the work when no one is watching. It means making sacrifices that others won't make. Growth is uncomfortable. Growth is messy. Growth will stretch you, break you, and rebuild you. But guess what? That's where the magic happens. Too many people quit when it gets hard. Too many people back down when life pushes. But let me tell you something. You were not built to break. You were built to rise. The question is, how bad do you want it? Success is not reserved for the lucky, the wealthy, or the gifted. Success belongs to the disciplined, to the ones who keep pushing, keep learning, keep growing, no matter how many times they fail. So today I challenge you, commit to discipline. Commit to growth. Unlock your potential because your future self is counting on you. Now go and make it happen. Talent is a gift, but discipline is a choice. Some people are born with incredible abilities. They can run faster, think quicker, create masterpieces with ease. But talent alone has never built empires. Talent alone has never won championships. Talent alone has never made someone great, because talent is potential. And potential is nothing without action. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't put in the work, if you don't show up, if you don't commit, then that talent fades. It sits there, untouched, wasted, forgotten. The world is filled with people who had talent but never made it. Not because they weren't good enough, but because they weren't disciplined enough. Discipline is waking up early when your body begs you to sleep. Discipline is saying no to distractions when everyone else is having fun. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It is consistency. It is showing up every single day, rain or shine, success or failure, motivated or not. Because motivation comes and goes. But discipline stays. It's the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's what turns dreamers into doers and talkers into achievers. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is never just talent. It's the hours put in when nobody's watching. It's the sacrifices made that no one will ever know about. It's the quiet, unseen battles fought in the mind when doubt creeps in, when fear whispers, when quitting feels easier than continuing. But discipline doesn't quit. Discipline doesn't fold under pressure. Discipline doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It creates it. That's the difference. That's the choice. Because talent may open doors, but only discipline will keep them open. Only discipline will carry you forward when the road gets rough. And trust me, the road will get rough. But when you choose discipline, when you commit to it, when you make it a part of who you are, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Potential is useless without effort. You can have the sharpest mind, the strongest body, the most creative ideas, but if you don't put in the work, it means nothing. Potential is just a seed. It doesn't grow on its own. It needs to be nurtured, watered, and exposed to the right conditions. Without effort, It stays buried, unseen, and forgotten. The world is filled with people who could have been something great. They had the talent, they had the ideas, but they never acted. They waited for the right time. They waited for the perfect moment. They waited until they felt ready. And while they waited, their potential sat there unused, untested, wasted. Effort is what turns what could be into what is. Effort is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Effort is what makes ordinary people extraordinary. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to be the most talented person in the room, but you do need to be the one who shows up, the one who tries, the one who works even when no one is watching, because effort compounds day after day, hour after hour, brick by brick. Effort builds skill, mastery, and success. Potential is a starting point. Effort is the journey. And the ones who succeed are not always the most gifted. They're the ones who refuse to let their potential go to waste. Discipline is the key that unlocks success. Not luck, not talent, not connections. Discipline. Because without discipline, nothing else matters. You can have all the potential in the world, but if you lack the discipline to put in the work, you'll never reach the heights you were meant for. Discipline is what gets you out of bed when your body begs for more sleep. It's what makes you show up when every excuse tells you to sit down. It's what keeps you moving forward when the road gets rough, when progress is slow, when doubt whispers in your ear. Discipline doesn't care about how you feel. It doesn't wait for motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It fades. It comes and goes like the wind. But discipline stays. Discipline is the quiet, steady force that keeps pushing when everyone else stops. It's the thing that makes you say no to distractions and yes to hard work. It's the voice inside you that says, I don't want to, but I will. Because success doesn't come from doing things when they're easy. Success comes from doing them when they're hard, when you don't feel like it, when nobody's watching, when the results aren't there yet, but you show up anyway. That's discipline, and that's the key. Every great athlete, every successful entrepreneur, every leader who has ever changed the world, they all have one thing in common. They mastered the art of discipline, not because it was easy for them, but because they made a choice to push forward, to stay committed, to do the work no matter what. That's why they succeeded, that's why they made it, and that's why you will too. If you choose discipline, you choose success, because that's the only key that truly opens the door. Growth is uncomfortable, but necessary. It will stretch you, it will challenge you, it will push you into places you've never been before. And that's exactly why most people avoid it. They want success, but they don't want the struggle. They want change, but they don't want discomfort. They want to grow, but they don't want to be uncomfortable. But the truth is, growth and comfort cannot exist in the same place. If you are comfortable, you're not growing. If you are growing, you are not comfortable. It's that simple. Every breakthrough, every transformation, every success story, you'll find struggle at the center of it. The struggle to push past old habits, the struggle to keep going when it gets hard, the struggle to step into something new when fear tells you to stay the same. But here's the thing, pain is temporary, growth is forever. The discomfort you feel now will turn into the strength you carry later. The frustration, the failures, the moments where you want to quit, those are the moments shaping you. Those are the moments building resilience, sharpening your mind, forging the person you are becoming. So don't run from discomfort. Lean into it. Embrace the challenge. Because the version of you that you dream of, the stronger, wiser, more successful version, only exists on the other side of growth. Success requires doing the work when no one is watching, not when the lights are on, not when the crowd is cheering, not when the applause is loud, but when it's just you, alone, grinding in the dark. That's where success is built. In the early mornings when no one else is awake, in the late nights when others have already given up, in the moments when quitting would be easy, but you choose to keep going. Because success is not about what you do when people are watching. It's about what you do when no one is, when there's no recognition, no rewards, no instant results. Only the work, the hard, unglamorous, the work that nobody claps for, the work that no one sees. That's where champions are made. That's where greatness is forged. Because when the moment comes, when the lights finally shine, when the opportunity appears, you won't have to get ready. You'll already be ready. Because you put in the work when no one was watching. Challenges will come, but you were built to rise. Life will test you. It will push you to your limits. It will throw obstacles in your way, roadblocks you never saw coming, storms you never thought you'd have to face. But hear me when I say this. You were built for this. You were built to withstand the pressure. You were built to carry the weight. You were built to rise, not to break, not to fold, not to back down. Every challenge, every setback, every failure, it's not there to stop you. It's there to strengthen you, to sharpen your mind, to make you tougher, wiser, better. Because the struggle is not your enemy. The struggle is your training ground. It is preparing you for what's next, shaping you into who you need to become. So don't run from the challenge. Face it. Embrace it. Because inside of you is something greater than every obstacle in your path. And no matter what comes your way, you will rise. Most people quit when it gets hard. Don't be most people. Most people start with excitement. They set goals, make promises, and talk about how bad they want it. But when the excitement fades, they stop. When the results don't come fast enough, they quit. When the road gets tough, when things don't go as planned, when the struggle feels too heavy, they walk away. That's why most people never reach their full potential. That's why most people never succeed, because they stop when things get uncomfortable. They stop when it requires more effort, more patience, more sacrifice. But if you want something great, something bigger than yourself, you can't be most people. You have to keep going when it's hard. You have to keep pushing when the progress is slow. You have to keep fighting when everything in you wants to stop. Because the difference between success and failure is not talent. It's not luck. It's grit. It's the ability to endure, to keep showing up, to keep believing in yourself when no one else does. So when it gets hard, don't stop. When it feels impossible, keep moving. Because while most people quit, the ones who refuse to give up are the ones who make it to the top. Success isn't about luck. It's about consistency. Luck might open a door, but consistency is what keeps it open. Luck might give you a chance, but consistency is what turns that chance into success. Because success isn't something that just happens. It's something you build, brick by brick, day by day, through small disciplined actions repeated over and over again. The truth is, most people are looking for shortcuts. They want the fast track, the easy way, the overnight success. But success doesn't come overnight. It comes from showing up every single day. It comes from putting in the work even when you don't feel like it. It comes from choosing discipline over excuses, commitment over comfort, progress over perfection. Consistency is doing it when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're not seeing results yet. Because real progress is slow, it's unseen, it's built in the quiet moments, in the sacrifices, in the small wins that add up over time. Anybody can work hard for a day. Anybody can be motivated for a week. But can you stay committed for months, for years, when nobody's watching, when nobody's clapping? That's the difference. That's what separates those who succeed from those who don't. So don't rely on luck, rely on discipline, rely on consistency. Because if you show up every single day and put in the work, success is inevitable. Commitment to growth leads to transformation, not occasional effort, not half-hearted attempts, not wishful thinking, commitment. The kind that doesn't waver when things get tough, the kind that keeps pushing forward when progress is slow, the kind that says, I will grow no matter what. Because growth is not a one-time decision, it's a daily choice. A choice to learn, a choice to improve, a choice to become better than you were yesterday. And if you stay committed to that process, change is inevitable. You will outgrow old habits. You will outgrow old fears. You will outgrow the version of yourself that once held you back. But transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens in the small, unseen moments, in the discipline of doing what's necessary even when it's uncomfortable, in the willingness to step outside your comfort zone even when it scares you, in the patience to keep going even when the results aren't immediate. Most people want transformation without struggle. They want change without challenge. But true growth requires resistance. It requires discomfort. It requires stretching beyond what feels easy. And the people who truly transform, the ones who rise to their full potential, are the ones who never stop growing, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how long it takes. Because they understand one thing. If you commit to growth, you commit to becoming unstoppable. Your future depends on the actions you take today, not tomorrow, not next week, not someday, today. Because every decision you make right now is shaping the person you will become. Every habit you build, every choice you make, every hour you invest or waste, it all adds up. Your future success is not some distant, random event. It's being built in this moment, right now, in the way you spend your time, in the effort you put in the discipline you choose to follow or ignore. Too many people wait. They wait for motivation. They wait for the perfect time. They wait for some external sign to tell them it's time to start. But waiting is a trap. Because time doesn't wait for you. Opportunities don't wait for you. Life keeps moving, whether you're ready or not. And if you're not taking action today, you're already falling behind. You can't control the future, but you can control what you do today. And what you do today will determine what's possible for you tomorrow. So stop making excuses. Stop waiting for the right moment. The right moment is now. Do the work, take the step, make the commitment. Because your future is not a matter of luck, it's a matter of action. So now the choice is yours. Will you wait or will you act? Will you let discipline guide you, or will you fall back into comfort? Will you push through the challenges, or will you stop when it gets hard? Because greatness is not reserved for the lucky. Success is not given to the most talented. It belongs to those who show up, those who put in the work, those who refuse to quit. And if you choose discipline, if you commit to growth, if you stay consistent no matter what, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Your future is waiting, but it won't wait forever. Go get it.